Las gafas, what is up, stupid bitches? Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because I've never done a video like this before, and just a little disclaimer, like the quality is gonna be shit, but because it's not really about like me right now. So basically, this is a cool little segment that I decided that I wanted to make for you guys. So I get a lot, I get asked a lot, like, hey, when are you gonna go to Mexico? Or like, hey, I've never been, like, what do I do? So I decided that I'm going to make this like segment or video, and basically I'm going to teach you all the fucking hacks on how to travel to Mexico or to pretty much anywhere I've like been, fucking balling on a budget status. Because dude, I know it's really expensive, and I know like traveling is a really big privilege, and I think a lot of people, sorry, I'm trying to, maybe I do need to put like, I know traveling is a privilege and not everyone is entitled to it, but it's something if you can save up for, and if it's something that you can arrange, I definitely recommend you to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you all. And what I'm going to do is, oh shit. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you all really quickly. Okay. So hopefully this is like working, so hopefully you guys can still see me on the little corner here, but basically I'm going to show you the just basic, like just like the basics of it all. How the fuck do I get here? What do I do? How do I start? Where do I begin? Okay. So I'm going to actually like pretend to book something. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing, I'm gonna go on fucking incognito mode because I don't want you guys to look at all the like cochinadas that I have on my computer. So the step number one is to get a passport. Okay, so this is before everything else, right? So you need to get a passport. Okay, and that's like a really important thing. So if you don't, passports take around like maybe 3 to maybe 6 months, so it does take some planning to do prior. If you haven't done it, then do so. But what you're going to need is, I'm going to show you really quick. There's an application that you go ahead, and there's different documents. You can download everything like from the website, fill it in, print it out. I think what you need to have like your driver's license if you have one, and an original birth certificate. And I know that there's other things that you need, but I just can't think of them for right now. So don't worry, I'm going to have all these links like down below for you guys. And you can go ahead and use this travel state gov thing. And basically you just fill it out and it's going to tell you what form you should use. Like, hey, I am from Canada. My birthday is this 1994. And I say you've never had a passport. It's going to ask you, do you want a passport book, card, or passport book and card? So the difference is like the book you can use every time that you're flying out of the country. A card is only good for North America. So that includes Canada, the US, and Mexico. So if you want to go other places, I recommend getting the pass book, but you can also get the card if you like. And it depends on, like I said, it's 4 to 6 weeks for standard. If you want it expedited, which is like ASAP, it's going to be $60 extra, and it might be from 2 to 3 weeks door to door. I'm not in a rush, so we can do like the standard and just standard delivery. Like, we're not going to pay for extras, right? Because we want to fucking save money because we're balling on a budget, right? So your total cost is going to be $145 for your passport, okay? And I know that sounds like a lot of fucking money, but trust me, it is an investment. So if you gotta work an extra shift or whatever, you gotta go sell like micheladas on the fucking corner on Saturday, let me know. I will buy one for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So then, you know how much you need to pay at the post office. I did mine at the post office. You can do it at like yours at an agency if you like, but that's up to you. You can either do a completely by hand or a form filler. I would suggest you do the form filler because it kind of does everything and it prints it out for you, okay? So you just complete and print your thing. You fill out all your information, and once it's done, you print it out. You take the required documents. You set an appointment at the post office or wherever you need to do it. And you also need to take a picture, which can be done at the post office for a fee, or you could do it like at CVS. So it's up to you, okay? So I know that seems like a little complicated, but at least you have some type of like foundation of where you should start. Okay, so now that you fucking haven't gotten, let me see if I can make myself a little bigger because, okay, maybe that's a little too narcissistic, okay? Now that you have your passport comes in the mail, awesome, cool. Like now you're ready to start booking. Here, let me recommend you something. If you're gonna go somewhere, do not book before you have your passport, because at the end of the day, if your passport doesn't come in on time, and your fucking flight is next week, you're not going to fly. So you just wait until you have the passport in your hands, okay? So say that you already have your passport, everything's good and gravy. Now what are we going to do? Okay, so now we have to book. I would say book the flight next. Okay, now I would say booking the flight before you actually get the place. And before actually booking the flight, you need to figure out where you want to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quick. I personally love to use Volaris.com. Now, Volaris is not the fucking classiest and bougiest thing, okay? So here's like a hack. Now, it may not apply for you. And this is going to apply only if you live in like Southern California. But if you live like in Texas, you might be able to do so, or any of the states that border Mexico, you might be able to do this, but I don't really know. So if you're like in the Los Angeles area, OC, or San Diego County area, this is probably the best thing to do. And this is what I personally do as well. So I'm just going to show you this quick little trick. So I go to the San Diego border pass. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called like Expressway. Okay, so this is what I do before I actually go into a flight. So what it's really cool, because it is a border express. I always buy my tickets here. Basically what it is, you drive from San Ysidro, I think that's what it's called. It's like the San Diego area. And all you basically do, it's going to ask you, okay, one person is going to, where are you going? I'm going to Mexico. Okay. And basically what it is you don't have to go into Tijuana at all. And you're like, why the fuck do I need to go to Tijuana? Can I just fly from where the fuck I live? Yes, you can. You can fly from wherever you want. If you want to fly from Los Angeles to Mexico, you can do that. But here's a rule of thumb. If you're traveling outside of the country, your flight is going to be super expensive, okay? It is always cheaper to do in-country flights. If there's a way that you can get into Mexico, preferably wherever, like if you're in Monterrey, if you're close to like Texas, you want to go into Monterrey, or if you are close to Tijuana and you want to get into Tijuana, if there is an airport that you can get to in Mexico, do that, because you'll save yourself so much money, okay? It costs $30 for a round trip, which is what I usually do, and it kind of just like it's like less hassle, okay? If you want to spend money, the extra money, do it. If $30 is a lot for you, then you can skip the step, but I personally do it. So you just fill in your name or whatever, like Las Gafas or whatever, and it's going to tell you the dates, okay? So that's something just to hold on. I wanted to show you before we actually start going into Volaris, okay? All right, so Volaris is a Mexican airline that usually, it takes you to like a pretty good amount of destinations, and it's a really user-friendly, everything's like in English. You just make sure that this is like in English and you're paying with US dollars, and yeah, so let me go ahead and show you how to do it. All right, so pretend I'm going to go to Mexico. I have my passport. Now I need to book a flight. I'll get the border pass once I know the dates of my flights, and then I'll get an Airbnb or hotel, whatever. Okay, so say that we decide to use the border pass, okay? There's different places that you can go, like if you're going from like, I don't know, San Francisco, Ontario, maybe that's like Riverside area, or there's a Santa Ana one as well. Say I'm going to leave from Tijuana. I think there's see, here we go. It's called Aeropuertos Tijuana to San Diego border cross. Okay, so this is me wanting to go into the border and just getting into Mexico myself. Okay, I want to go to Oaxaca. I don't even know how to spell Oaxaca, you guys. That's hilarious. Okay, so I want to go to Oaxaca because I haven't been there before, and it's something that I'm really interested in going to. So I'm only paying for myself. You can buy 2 or 3 more tickets whenever. When I go to Mexico with my friends, I usually just buy everything together and then they just pay me. However you want to do it is up to you, okay? So now the most important thing are the time that you want to fly, okay? Right now it's currently October 22nd. It's a Monday. Holiday season is crazy. Holiday season includes like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Those are the times of the year that I don't recommend you flying because it's going to be hella expensive. You're going to want to go during a time where no one's usually flying. And so I would probably say before or after spring break, because it's kind of like a dead time for most people, or maybe like in February is a good month to travel. Just months that really don't have big holidays where everyone's off, okay? And if you work a job, this is something that you're going to have to like do in advance, whether you're going to have to take vacation time or a fucking sick day. It's up to you. And depending on how long you want to stay is up to you as well. Okay, so say that we're going to go to Oaxaca for a week. That's my time frame, and I'm going to be flexible with my dates. Okay, so I recommend you skipping 2 or 3 months. Okay, the farther that you do it, the cheaper it's going to be. It's October right now, but we're inching into to November, so these times are not good times to fly, especially because it's Thanksgiving and winter break is during this time. January might be a good time too as well. I'm gonna go on February. I want a flight that you don't really want to fly on either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Like these days are not good to fly out. A good day to fly out would be like on the middle of the week. So let's do like let's say we're gonna leave Wednesday, February 13th, and we want to come back, let's say the 19th. That's fine. Okay, that's like almost a full week, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and search the flights. And it's basically gonna find you the cheapest prices. And we're gonna see like what are prices. Check it out, you guys. So this is like a club price that is not applicable, but do you see, look at, it gives you a kind of a week of where you want it. And I always choose Wednesday because you can either go left or right. It's the middle of the week. Look at how much more cheaper it is on Monday. If I leave February 11th, it's $89 for a flight. Think about it, $89. You spend more on groceries. Cool, I'm cool. I'll leave on Monday instead. Perfect. Okay. So it's saying, you know what? It's like, just kidding, bitch. $89. That's the cheapest of this week. And you can do your research. If you want to fucking sit here and take like 3 hours to find the fucking cheapest price, you can, you know? Boom. There's 4 seats left. It leaves at 1:55 in the morning, and I'll get to Oaxaca at 7:46. Okay, so this means that I'm going to have to be driving to San Diego and into the CBD. That's why I think the border cross is so good for you, because like it's safe and you don't have to pass into Tijuana at this late of night. I wouldn't feel comfortable going to Tijuana at 1:55 in the morning, but I'd be more comfortable just to go right. And so how the border pass works is you go into the U.S. side. You show them your identification. It literally takes you right directly into the Tijuana airport, so you don't have to do any traveling. So that's why I would pay the $30 myself, because it's cheaper. Cool. I want the 89 motherfucking dollars, bitch. All right, now when do we want to come back? So now we see the prices, and it's looking around the same. You can always go a little, if you want to go back in time, it'll give you prices, but right now I think the cheapest is $96, which is still a really good price. Like an airplane ticket for less than $100 is crazy good. So I am content with that price. I'll come back on that Tuesday. I think I'm fine to come back on a Tuesday, or maybe a Thursday. You want to stay an extra day? It's up to you. But I'm cool paying. Oh, it's jumping, huh? Let's do that Tuesday, February 26th for $96. Okay. Now, like I said, this is something that you have to plan if you have work or if you have school. You have to be flexible, right? If you want a cheap price. There's 5 seats left. The flight leaves at 8:17, and I'll get back at 10:24. So my grand total so far for my flight is $186.50. You guys, do your research. You cannot find a cheaper price to fly to a foreign country than less than $200. Like, I'm telling you, it is such like a good deal to use Volaris. Now, I can't vouch. I'm not getting sponsored by anyone. I'm just literally telling you what I usually do. It could be a hit or miss. You might have a great experience. You might not. It's totally up to you. But for the price being, it is super, super cheap, and it's something that you can do. So then you would go ahead. I'm going to show you something really quick, but I might have to. I don't know if I have to continue. So you have to make an account with them to continue. I don't want to do so, but when you get to the seats portion, you can pay like, I think it's around maybe $15 extra to get a VIP seat, so you have longer stretch legs. I would recommend that option. And as well, you're going to decide how much luggage you're going to need. I say the less that you travel with, the better. So that way you don't have to pay extra money for luggage and stuff like that. Cool. So I'm going to book this flight. So my flight I leave on Monday, the 11th of February, 2019. This is next year. And then I'm going to come back the 26th of February. So this is the time. Make sure that you remember, and that time zone difference, right? Because you're going down like Mexico. Okay, cool. I already know the dates. Now I can buy my CBX, which I should probably have done this. Now you can do your border thing because we know the exact times and all that good stuff. They booked. Sorry, she's got an email. Okay, flight is booked. I got my tickets now. Now the last thing I need is some place to stay. Now this might be like controversial for some people. Some people like to use Airbnb. Some people don't. There's pros and there's cons. I use Airbnb all the time because it's sometimes cheap, it's affordable, and it's really, really cool. Okay, so I know my time frame. Okay, Monday, 11 February. I'm going to go to Oaxaca. Oaxaca, Mexico. I'm going to check in. Okay, I'm going to be landing. So I'll be in Oaxaca at around 8 a.m. on Monday, February 11th. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do bloop, 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 February 11th. And I'm going to check out when is my flight. It's at 8 in the morning. So, I mean, I can check out that day. So I'm going to do Tuesday the 26th. Tuesday the 26th. So that's a long time. That's more than 2 weeks. Which is fine with me, but you know, that's just depending on whatever your time frame is you can, okay? And I'm gonna do however many people are gonna come with me. So I'm just doing one for right now, but it doesn't really matter whenever. Okay. And so then it's going to pop up, and it's really cool because I do have a promo code for this. If you do use it, I really highly suggest you click the link below, you know, and I think you might get some credit for your Airbnb, which is really, really cool. I want somewhere that's going to be, and it's cool because you can do filters, and I always do these types of filters. I don't really care about what's in it. If you're really picky, if you need to have a hot tub, then you can do that. But I want... Where is it? Host language. If you don't speak English, if you don't speak Spanish, you can do English if you want. I'm trying to see. Home type. Click on home type here. Nope. I wonder. Because there's this place where you can do superhost, amenities, property type. I want a house. Or apartment, that's fine too, I don't care. Okay, usually there's an option where you can put that you don't want, because you can either rent like a room or an entire house. I would want to rent an entire house or whatever. So, oh, this is so pretty and nice. Look at this, it's a modern home. And it's up to your price range too. If you really don't want to spend, if you're willing to like rent a private room for $28, that sounds good to me. Entire apartment, it's $100. An entire apartment, an entire house for $15 a night. I'm gonna fucking book this one. $15. But you have to check to see what dates are available, because sometimes it'll say like, okay, you can do it. Sometimes it says you can't. And it looks nice to me. Do your research, you guys. You make sure you want to make sure that, you know, you're staying at a place that has good stars. I'm not going to recommend you something that's shitty. You know, it's really you. I can't really like say like, oh, so it comes out to a total of $253 with all, I get a 10% because I'm staying there for more than a week. $253. Now, let's do a fucking calculator. Did I spell calculator wrong? I probably did. Okay, how much? Let's type in all the numbers just to see how much. So it's 186, 186.50. Shit, I fucked up. Sorry. 186.50. Okay, how much is the border thing? $30, right? Plus $30. And how much is the Airbnb cost total? Sorry. It's going to cost $253 plus $253. My whole trip to travel to Mexico that I have to pay for like things that upgrades, like for that long, $469.50. That is cheaper than any flight to Korea, any flight to Europe, any flight to China. It is such a great deal because you're paying for the flight, you're paying for your hotel. You know, in this whole entire trip, you can spend less than $600, $500. Like, it really is that much. And that was me splurging. Like, I mean, if you really want to like buckle down and you want to get like the best deal, take some time, do some research, and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys like this video. This is how I usually do it. And I would literally just book it. Like, fuck it, why not? It's less than $500. And I know you're like, dang, $500, that seems like a lot. Think about it. If you manage to save $100 per month, you can pay for this trip cash in 5 months. And you think 5 months is a long time? It goes by so fast. By the time that you're ready to go, boom. I spend more money going to like spending like I spend more money than this than going to Las Vegas and buying like hotels and paying for food and paying for gas. If you guys like these types of videos, make sure to let me know. I can find more deals for you guys if it's something that you're interested in. I'm going to have all the links down below so you guys can just go ahead and click. I do have an Airbnb code, so please make sure that if you book something on Airbnb, go ahead and use my link. I think you actually get some credit for your first trip. Let me guys know what you think about this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and safe travels. I could do more videos for you like this if you like these types of videos. Make sure you guys follow me on my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, my blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I will see you guys soon. Las gafas. I'll talk to their stupid bitches. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Okay, now let me go ahead and